Hi everyone, so I am back with another flip through, but this time it is from my life scrapbook. So this is my first time I've actually shown my life scrapbook on YouTube. All these layouts are on Instagram because I started a challenge with myself on the 1st of January to do a layout a day or 365 layouts, just so I could keep up with things. I have a habit of starting things and not finishing them, so I thought if I actually set myself a challenge to make sure I get 365 layouts done this year, I will hopefully get through them and not have a massive backlog by the end of the year. So it's going well so far, but this is a huge range because it's the first year that I've done live scrapbooking, so I wanted to see what would work for myself. I love doing like full layouts sort of thing for like one event, but this is January to May and it is extreme. Like, it doesn't even close. To me it's just not sustainable. I can't have this many books per year because my house can't take it. You know, I'm gonna have to find another way, and I am doing another version, this one here. So this is the next one, but again it's already getting chunky, and yeah, but we'll see. I'm just trying to work out what's best. The main thing is obviously all these memories are on paper and they're in, basically. That's the main goal. So as long as they're down, I can deal with, you know, making mistakes and stuff like that, as long as they're, you know, the memories are down and they're kept. So yeah, so this is the first experiment. So this, I decided to do like a ring binder, so A4 ring binders, but to be honest, I'm just not loving it. As I said, it's too big, it's not enough space, and I don't like the paper wallets. So yeah, but I thought I'd show you anyway. So as I said, all these layouts are on my Instagram at Scrapbook My Travels, but I thought I'd actually do a flip through of them as well. So we start obviously January time. So beginning of January, I'll just do a sort of a quick overview of the day and what products I used, if there's anything in particular, just because we've got a lot to get through and I don't want to be too long. So this is just a picture of my boyfriend's mum's dog, Charlie. We bought him a bone for Christmas and he just carried it around everywhere with him. So I used really old collections for this, but I just wanted to make sure I had it documented because he's quite an old dog, so he won't be around forever. So yeah, so loads of little bits and pieces. I love doing these layouts because I do use a lot of stuff and I have got a lot of stuff, so I am trying to get through my stash basically because I just don't seem to stop buying stuff. But yeah, so that is Charlie with his bone. And then one thing that Joe really loved over Christmas time was doing puzzles, and he came home from my parents' house wanting to do a puzzle, and he probably bought the most difficult one I've ever seen. It's like a gold world map with like Latin and everything on it, so it's really hard because every piece looks the same, to the point where he's actually having to use a magnifying glass to try and identify which piece is which. So yeah, so I just wanted to document that because we were actually going back into lockdown, so to be fair, puzzles were going to be our probably main entertainment for the day. I used pretty much the Simple Stories Cozy Days collection for that one. So yeah, it's the 4th of January. Then this one is all about Steve. Now, Steve is a homeless, we presume homeless, because he doesn't look particularly great. But he always comes for food. But we don't see him every day, so he might not be homeless. He might just be cheeky. But he comes round and we feed him. He doesn't come in the house, which is the main thing. I didn't want him in the house because he hasn't been done. So I don't want him to spray and stuff. And, you know, I already have a cat, so I don't really want to introduce a random cat into the house. So he just comes and we feed him, and he's very pleasant, you know, he doesn't cause any trouble. So I just wanted to document him, and yeah, we call him Homeless Steve. So this is when we went into lockdowns. This is lockdown number 3, and hopefully, well, we've come out of it now, and I'm hoping we don't ever go back into one. So this layout turned out a bit more pretty than I actually expected. You know, lockdown's not a great thing, so I don't know why I made it really positive and bubbly, but it just suited, I think, with the stickers that I had. You know, don't let yesterday take up too much of today, and what goes around comes around, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so that was on the 6th of January 2021, our lockdown. But then the vaccines were starting to come out. So Joe's grandma was one of the first ones to get hers done. She's in her 90s. So we were really happy that, you know, the COVID vaccines were coming out now and people were getting them done. So hopefully we were, you know, I've had my first one now. So we are getting through them, which is good. And we are opening a bit more. So, you know, life is returning back to normal. I used this, it was from the Craft Sensations paper pack, and I wanted to use this like old style rose paper just because obviously, you know, she's an elderly woman, you know, and that's the sort of thing that you know, they enjoy. They love florals, and you know, I found it's like an old-fashioned paper, so I wanted to use that. And then Joe's dad lives alone, so to keep him busy, he joined Bugwalls with us, and he came round a few times and they did some DIY around the house, and they'd make an absolute mess of the kitchen. So this is my kitchen in an absolute state, full of tools and stuff, you know, and they're outside doing some work. And I love this. This was like a Deco Time paper collection thing, and it was like a man's one, so it had like all these under construction and stuff, so that was cool. And then we actually got some snow, which we don't always get, which is nice. And I do love it when it snows. It feels like actual proper winter. So this is just a layout of some of the family's dogs. So that's Charlie, Joe's mum's dog. And then this is Bilbo, which is Joe's sister's puppy, who's a Labrador. And yeah, I absolutely love doing winter layouts. I love the blues and the whites and silvers. And yeah, I used these I've had for years. I think since 2015. So I'm just glad I got to use some up. And again, another picture of Steve. So we have like this little boxing outside that sometimes we put in front of our cat flap because we live on a top of a hill. So when it's windy, it gets really windy and the cat flap is really annoying. So sometimes we put this against the cat flap so that the wind doesn't get too much, but Steve likes to sleep in it basically. And then this is our car here. I've obviously blanked out our license plate, but he was like, I was just looking outside and then suddenly he appeared from outside the car. So he obviously sleeps under a lot of stuff, and that's why we think he's homeless, because in this sort of weather you'd think he would just go home. But he's nice, he's lovely, and we said we look after him, we feed him and stuff. We just don't really want him in the house when he's not being done, and obviously I can't just take him to the vets and get him done because he might be someone's cat. So yeah, it's a bit of a dilemma. And then this is a picture of my cat Moose in the snow, and he was so cute. He was sat there really nicely in the snow, and he didn't figure out what was going on. He had it all on his head and stuff. So yeah, I thought it was so cute, and I love these like 3 photos together. I really like that. Like, look. So obviously in lockdown, all we could do was go for a walk. That A's just moved a little bit, but I'll move it in a minute. This is one of my favourite layouts actually. It's using the Great Outdoors, Great Escape collection from Simple Stories, and yeah, I just loved it because I loved going for walks, and it was all crispy, and you know, the sun was rising and it was just so pretty. So yeah, we really enjoyed walking actually, despite the cold weather. And then this is another winter layout. So you know, this is when Joe was going to work. I went with him and I just went for a walk afterwards. So I walked him to work sort of thing, and then went for a little walk myself, and it's just so nice. I love snow, and I said I loved using all my winter sort of collection bits and pieces. For that I think I used Echo Park and the Cartabella Winter Magic and Winter Market for that one. So there's some more pictures of the snow. So this is me and Moose. We were just sitting, he was just watching the snow, and I had just got out of the shower and things, so I went to go see it, and then I got a picture of him watching the snow outside, and I got a picture right when he was like sticking his tongue out, so that's one of my favourite photos of him. So yeah, it's quite a basic sort of layout, that one. And then this is when I made him a Cat Snowman because I was really bored, I was home alone, and Joe wouldn't come and make a snowman with me, so I was like, right, I'll make my own. And I had a little snow cat for Moose, and obviously this is him looking at him, so I think he's really cute. But it was so sad when he melted, because all was left was his little nose and his whiskers, which was a bit traumatic, I think, for Moose. But yeah, so more cute little snowmen. These are from the Echo Park collection. And then I started my new job in January as a senior manager, so I had to go back into the office, which I did not enjoy. I hadn't been there for nearly a year, so getting up at 5:30 in the morning to get down to the station for 6:30 was not ideal. But yeah, so this is just some pictures of me in the train station at that time, and then this is the setup. So, you know, we were training on that, and then we did go out for some food, which made it all worthwhile. So we went out for Thai food afterwards, and I used the Simple Stories, God, I can't think what it's called. Is it the, you know, the 365 like lifestyle one, the one that they do every year for like January, February, March, April, May, etc. So I use that one. Can't think what it's called. And then this is a picture of Moose. So I love this layout. Moose likes to sit in boxes, and whenever I get a order with the 12 by 12 boxes, he always seems to find it and he sits in it. So he's really cute, and I always leave him for him. He does get bored of him eventually and moves on to another place to sit, but yeah, I just thought he was really cute. And I love this layout. I love all these little cute, these little cats are from Paper Chase. This was my birthday. Again, was in lockdown, so couldn't really do much, but I had pancakes and Joe made a nice breakfast, and then we had takeaway pizza. There is actually missing an A here, so I don't know where that's gone. These letters are really old. I probably had them about 7-8 years, so they are starting to lose their stickiness, so I will just find something to put that, but it's meant to say birthday breakfast and tea, so I just need an A there. But yeah, so just about food, and then these are just some cutouts of the cards that I got, so from my parents, from Joe, and then from Rosie, one of my best friends, and then Joe did put in there from the Moose, which is our cat. So, and these are the flowers that Joe brought me for my birthday. And then my friend, one of my really good friends, she bought me a like Christmas birthday sort of joint present, and she just got me this really cute key ring, which is lovely because it says "it'll be which is a very Yorkshire way of saying it'll be okay, it'll be all right. So she says it's represent both your adopted Yorkshire status as well as your strength, because obviously I'm not from Yorkshire originally. So yeah, I really like that, and I like this layout with all the pinks. I've got so much pink stuff that I need to get moving basically. Another picture of Moose and Steve, so they do get on very well, and they sit outside together and stuff. So again, I really like this layout, the greens. So yeah, just a cute little picture of those. And then I was back in the office, so we went out for lunch. We got a really nice hot chocolate because it's obviously still January time, yeah, 28th of January. So we got a nice hot chocolate and some little cakes and stuff. And this is from Dovecraft. It's like a decoupage kit, and you like layer them up. So I got to use some of those. And then this is my first Zoom call, or like Teams call with all the managers and stuff. So it was just weird, basically. We don't really have meetings anyway, but then because of COVID and because people aren't seeing each other, we had to make the effort to have meetings. So yeah, so I just used some black and white, and that's from Simple Stories. Another office wander to get some cakes and drinks and stuff. We went to Brew and Brownie, which is a really nice bakery, and again I used one of the decoupage bits and pieces. And then this is just some two places in York that we go out to eat when we just want something quick. So this is the Thai place in the Shambles Market that we got the Thai food from, and then this is Middle Feast, which is where we get like shawarma wraps and all that sort of thing from. So they're really, really good. It's just like quick food, then like sit down meal, which is sometimes just all you want. And then this is a horrible plastic wallet, but this is about York when the river floods. So it floods really badly to the point where you can't even walk along there anymore. All the paths flood. It's just a regular occurrence. It's just not a great system, but whenever it rains a bit, York gets really flooded. So it was there when I was there, so that's why I took some pictures. And then it snowed again, beginning of February, which was again lovely. I do love snow, so got some nice pictures of the trees, and this is our street, just absolutely covered in snow. And we went for a walk. So I love the purple. I actually got to use, you don't really find purple very often. So yeah, it's just a picture of us in the snow, all the pretty branches, and then this is from the same trip. So we just went up to the top of the it was like a golf course, and it's got a really nice view of the area. So we got some pictures of there, and I used pink for this one. They're just not doing many pink collections at the moment. It's all blue. Like I want some more pink winter collections. So this is just a cute little layout of Joe and Moose. So Moose was just looking over me, over Joe's shoulder when they were looking out of our window. So I just thought it was really cute, and I love this. This is a Simple Stories collection, quite an older collection. And then Joe really needed a haircut because he was had an interview. So obviously the hairdressers weren't open, so Joe's sister Lucy cut his hair for him. We went around our house and we saw Bilbo, which is Joe's sister's puppy. He's a Labrador. He was so cute, and he was sulking because obviously we wasn't allowed in the kitchen because Joe was having his hair cut, so he was sitting on the sofa sulking and just waiting for his mummy to come out. But this is cute. I really like this layout. And then we had Bilbo around for the night. So this is Moose. This is how far close they would get, because Moose knew that, you know, there was a door between them, so he couldn't get him. But they get on really well now. Bilbo's just a bit clumsy because he's just so big and he doesn't understand how, you know, his size at the moment. But yeah, so this is an Echo Park collection. And we took Bilbo for a walk, and he wasn't too sure about the woods in the snow, but it was really cute. And again, I like the 3 photos. And then he was really tired, so he had a nap, and he just looks like a little pretzel. He really curls up for his size. He just gets really small. But yeah, I thought that was really cute of him. And then I went into the office for my friend's last day there. She was moving on, and I was taking her role. It's only a temporary contract, so she will be back. But my friend made her a cake, and we had some like treats and stuff like that. It was only 3 of us because we weren't really, you know, we're still in lockdown, so we weren't allowed to do anything. But there was just 3 of us, like the close friends. We had some cake, and we just sort of, yeah, chilled in the office. That was York at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And then Lucy got me a really cute box with like little things to say like good luck and, you know, with a job and stuff, and if you need anything, give me a shout. But she got me a really cute like gift box and stuff, so that was cute. And this is the actual little note that she got me, so that's nice. And then this is Joe. So Joe is a saver. He doesn't really spend his money, but when he does, he buys the most randomest things. So he bought like one of those chairs that like people that watch their kids go to football and stuff, you know, the chairs that got like the waterproof cover. He bought one of those, and I don't know why. His argument was that he wanted to sit out in the rain and watch the rain but not get wet. Basically, I don't know why. We have a very nice view from our house, so he likes to sit out there and look, but obviously he can't when it's raining, so he thought this was the way around it. It's just very strange, but yeah, he makes me laugh. And this was Valentine's Day. We didn't really do much for Valentine's Day. Again, we're still in lockdown, so couldn't really do much, but he bought me flowers, and yeah, just like a pink and green layout. We went for a walk with, you know, still mid-February, so it's still freezing, but we went for a nice walk, and we did like nearly 18,000 steps. Yeah, we saw some horses and stuff, so I got to use more like the autumny, even though it's like winter still, but it was coming into spring, so it was getting a little bit nicer. And then they come out with the lockdown easing key dates, so this is just, you know, when they were hoping to release things. This has actually been delayed. It's now the 10th of July, and this step hopefully is the 19th of July, so hopefully we're getting there. And yeah, it's just one day we'll look back and think, what on earth was that? But yeah, it's good to have documented these sort of things. And this was obviously the Simple Stories quarantined collection that they brought out. And then this was when Joe's mum and her boyfriend got vaccinated. So yeah, it's just nice to document them sort of things. Because everyone was just waiting for it. Everyone was just desperate to get their jab. And then this is the view from our house. So this is what Joe likes to look out on. And it is lovely. And this was a sunset, I think. And it was so pretty. I got to use these really like nice colours like orange and corals and mustards and stuff. So yeah, it's just really pretty. We keep saying we've been thinking of moving, but when we see this, when we remember we have this view, we're like, do we move? And then Joe got his job. So Joe's been trying to get this job for about 3 years. He wants to become a train driver, and we've been, you know, it's so hard. There's about 7 stages to become a train driver, and he was knocked back a few times, so this time he actually got through. So I was really proud of him, and he made meatballs to celebrate. So these are really cute. These are Jodie's Boutique stickers, the little frying pan and the apron and stuff, and the little spatula and the hat. So they're really cute, and I just put third time lucky up there. So yeah, it's a relief that he actually made it. And this is another time we had Bilbo, and he's just so cute. He just sits funny, and because he thinks he's a small dog, he comes and climbs all over us, and he's just really lovely. He's a really nice dog to look after. And it's just a close-up picture of him. He does this really cute thing where he gets really excited and he shows you his teeth, like he lifts his lips up, and it's not a spiteful thing at all. He just gets so excited, and he does it all the time, and he's just so cute. And then this was another walk that we did, and it's near Ossett, so it's a town across from us, but I really like it because there's a load of like sheep, and there's sometimes goats and horses and stuff like that. So, and then, you know, it's proper like farmland, so there's like fresh eggs, and you know, it's a really nice walk to do, and it's a pathway so you don't get filthy. So this is another picture of Steve. So this made me laugh because Steve literally sits outside our door like this, and Moose just like, what is he doing? So this made me laugh, this photo. He's very bold. He just he sits right there, and he will really meow at us until we come and help him basically and feed him. And then I treated myself and Joe to some new Uggs. I got Joe some Ugg slippers for getting his job, and I really needed some new Uggs. I've had my Uggs for about 7 or 8 years, and I was clinging on to them, but I thought, no, I'm gonna treat myself, obviously, because with lockdown I've not bought any clothes and stuff. So I bought us some new Uggs. And then I finally went down to see my family down south. So this is us on the train, obviously wearing masks. And yeah, we managed to go down. There's our tickets. It was just nice. I hadn't seen them for about 3-4 months. So yeah, it was good to see them. And then this is my mum's and dad's cat, Fred. He's so cute. He's like a little polar bear. But yeah, he was with the daffodils and stuff. So I wanted to get some pictures of him there, and I really like this layout. I like all the elements. It's a mixture of Echo Park and just older stash sort of photos. And then some more pictures of the 2 other cats. So this is Nutsy. She was my cat, but obviously I couldn't take her with me. She was too old to come, you know, all that way. And then this is Yoda. Unfortunately, Yoda actually has passed away now, but this is one of the last pictures I got of her, and she was such a lovely little cat. But I'll come on to that in a minute. But yeah, I used the new collection from Simple Stories, which was the Cottage Days one. Really cute one. But yeah, so I used that for them. This is just a picture of Fred. He absolutely loves milk, and he always has a little milk beard, and I just think it's so cute because he's like drunk on milk. He loves to finish off my cereal milk. And these are cute. These are from Jodie's Boutique, the stickers, and it's actually got like a little bell that jingles on there. And then we went down to the seaside and we got fish and chips. So this is all of us, all my family, sitting on the side having fish and chips. And we shouldn't have, but my mum was feeding this seagull, and she's actually feeding it out of her hand. So yeah, we shouldn't have, but it was fun at the time. And this is just some more pictures of us by the seaside. So this is Eastbourne, so this is the pier, and my dad walking along the promenade, and us all in the car. So yeah, it was just a nice little day out. We couldn't do much, as I said, the things weren't open. We could just get takeaway, so we got fish and chips. And this is just a picture of Moose again. This is him on the sofa. He literally takes up the whole sofa, like a sofa that's designated for 3 people. Like, he'll sit right in the middle. So yeah, I think it's Photo Play, 2 different collections, the home one, and there's also one for cats, so I used those. And then we went for a little drive. We went to Dixon's Ice Cream, which is in Huddersfield, and it's really famous for its ice cream. And yeah, we just literally just for something to do, really. As I said, things were still not open, just for takeaway and stuff. So, you know, we just got some ice cream and sat in the car. But it's just things like that, you know, you just make the most of what you can do. And then Lucy and Bilbo and her boyfriend came round and made Sunday lunch. Again, lost some letters. I need to put a U there. I'm fine with them sort of things. You know, the main thing is, you know, you can sort of gather what's happened, but I will try and fix that. But yeah, so she made Sunday dinner. Bilbo was really naughty on this day. He actually nicked a whole slab of beef off one of the plates, and he got put in the bedroom for the remainder of the meal, and obviously he cried the whole time, but he was so quick and he grabbed it off the plate before we could do anything about it. But yeah, he was in the naughty books for that. And then this is just a cute layout for Moose, because he's just so funny. Like, this is me in bed when he'll be sat next to me, and then this is him on the side of the bath. Like, he literally will stand and sit on the side of the bath with me when I'm in there. So yeah, he's very clingy, but he's so cute. But I really like this layout. This was from a Deco Time collection. And then we're coming into spring, so this is like the end of March, and we just had some nice pictures of the daffodils, and the sun was shining, and it looked really cute when we were walking along the golf course. So yeah, got some nice photos there. These are from like Simple Stories and stuff, but the rest of the papers are really old collections. And then this is Moose. So Moose has this thing about sitting in the plant pots. He gets filthy, and Joe hates it because obviously it's his vegetables and stuff that he's sitting in, but he just looks really cute when he's sat in them, so I had to get a picture. But yeah, mixture of old and new sort of things there. And then this is the weirdest weather we've had. This was April, so you can see like it was like 20 degrees, you know, and then it goes sort of down to 10, and then suddenly it's like snowing, but we went from 21 degrees to snow within a week sort of thing. So it was very, very random. I don't think it actually snowed in the end, but it was very frosty. But it was very odd weather. But you know, we were out there cooking things on the grill, and you know, and then the next week we were wrapped up again, so it's just odd. But yeah, this is an older collection. This is from the Craft Sensations paper pack that I used a few bits for. And then for Easter, obviously we haven't got any kids or anything, but I really wanted to do like an Easter egg hunt. I don't know why, I just thought it'd be really fun, and Joe really enjoyed it. So I mean, some of these Easter eggs we got from family and friends and stuff, but the little bits and pieces I bought to do like an Easter egg hunt for Joe, and these are like the clues that I did for him, and they were really like, they're not simple, but they were very simple. They weren't like riddles or anything, but they had to make him think. So yeah, he really enjoyed it, I think. But yeah, I got to use some of the Easter sort of collections. And we did have Bilbo again for the bank holiday, the Easter Sunday and Monday. So we got to look after him. So this is me and Bilbo here, and he's, you know, it's him and Moose. There's Moose there, and they're like stalking each other around the chair. And then, you know, a picture of him and Joe. And the next morning, because he doesn't sleep when he's with us, like he really doesn't sleep. I think he's just so excited and so like, oh, what's going on? When Lucy took him home, this is him. So he just literally passed out. Bless him. So yeah, I got to use the Violent Studio Easter one there, Easter collections. And then this is just some more things about Easter. I made some Rice Krispie cakes. My gran sent me a card, so obviously outside the plastic you can open that, but it's just got some cute things Easter themed there. And then we got to go see some lambs, which was so cute. My mum's friend has baby lambs, and they're the ones that got rejected by their mothers, so they're being bottle fed. But we got to go see them, and they were so cute. Like, we got to hold them and feed them, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. So I did like 3 pages on it because I had so many photos. They were just so cute. Like, they'd rest their little head on your knees, and my mum was in love with them. And this is me with them and bottle feeding them, so it's just so cute. I could have literally stayed there all day. And then shops were open, so I actually went shopping, and I went to do, you know, went to my favourite sort of shops, Home Sense and Ann Summers and Primark, and got some, you know, nice bits and pieces, like nice underwear and a few bits for the house, and, you know, some going out clothes and stuff like that, rather than living in like tracksuits and pyjamas. So yeah, that was really fun, and you know, it was just weird to appreciate shops and stuff again. And then we went out for tea for Ashley's birthday, so we went out. We could only eat outside, so it was still cold, but we all got pizzas and we had a few drinks and stuff, so that was really nice, and so nice to sort of see people and actually do a bit more socializing. This and this page, they're both from the Deco Time paper pack that you can get from the range. They're really good. They come with papers and stickers and vellum pieces and die cuts and stuff, so you get loads for your like £2 something. And then this is obviously when Yoda died. So poor Yoda got hit by a car. She was so young, and she must have, I think she was following Fred, and she just didn't make it. So we never found her body, unfortunately. My mum really wanted to bury her, but I think someone moved her before we had the chance to. But she was definitely confirmed dead, because the person that found her, we showed her a picture and everything, so unfortunately she was definitely her, but someone else had moved her before we had the chance to. So instead my mum painted some like cute stones and she put in the garden, so that's like the little memory of Yoda now. And then we had Bilbo again. We went for a walk. This is him and Moose, they're on the stairs together. And this is Bilbo with his stick. It literally like, had the biggest stick I've ever seen, and he dragged it all the way home. But it's really cute because the cherry blossom and stuff was coming out. And this is Joe and Bilbo playing together as well, so it's really cute. And then this is when I joined Weight Watchers. I literally just want to lose a stone. Like, I'm not interested in, you know, getting like bulk or anything like that. I don't want to lift weights and things like that. That's not what I'm sort of wanting. I just need to lose a stone because I'm very short. I'm only 5 foot, so I'm conscious that I eat too much for my size. So I am wanting to lose a stone. So I've joined Weight Watchers and I did lose quite a bit in the 4 days, but that panicked me because I was like, I don't want to crash diet. So I took a break from it, but I am going to get back on it soon, because otherwise I'm paying for nothing. But yeah, I've made this like page in motivation and I really need to stick to it. And then this is another cat that we had, Mr. Sneaky. I don't know where he came from, I don't know where he lives, I don't know anything, but again he hasn't been done, so we can't really let him in. But we feed him every so often, but to be honest we haven't seen him since this, and this was like April, May time, so yeah, I don't really know where he is. But he scared me. He was quite ferocious, but he never bit us or anything like that. He just he'd make that weird sort of noise that cats do when they're annoyed at other cats all the time. But we wanted to try and feed him. And then this is just some pictures of, because we were still sort of not doing much, we were literally just watching TV. So we watched The Line of Duty, Taskmaster, we're still watching Lost, and then Cara and Nate, which is a YouTube couple that we watch. So yeah, this is just some bits. It's just because, you know, what we watched in 2021 basically. And then this is about the elections. So we had our re-elections and things. So I just want to put a page about there. You know, that we can, you know, take it for granted that we can all vote and everything like that. So, you know, just wanted to, I still need to journal here about that. And then this is just, I had some photos on my phone of when we first moved into our house, and I just always had them on my phone. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. So then I actually ended up printing them off and just wanted the page to remember that this year is actually our 5th year in this house. So this is where it all started, sort of thing, and it's really changed since then. So I just wanted to get them printed off and in there. So that's that. And then we actually went out for Joe's favourite restaurant, which is Wagamama's, which is like an Asian restaurant. And yeah, we actually, you know, Joe absolutely loves this restaurant. We hadn't been for like almost a year, so we got to go. And I just put here the top 5, you know, the things that I eat at Wagamama's there. So yeah, so that is a third of 2021 so far. As I said, I'm not keen on the layouts sort of thing. Like, I like them individually obviously, but I don't like them all together. I don't like the ring binder, and I think, to be honest, doing a layout like this it's a lot of work, you know, to do for the rest of my life. So to be honest, I have looked into Project Life, and the only thing about Project Life is that I worry is that I'm not going to use as much stuff, and I don't want to, I keep buying loads of stuff and obviously I want to use it, so I'm worried that Project Life won't enable me to use as much stuff as like this, but we'll cross that bridge. So yeah, so that is the first part of 2021. As I said, I've moved on to this one, which is an actual book, but you can see already that it's getting chunky and the binder's not great. So this, I'm probably end up taking pages out because I don't want it to get too chunky. And then I've got to think about what I'm going to do for the third part, because I'm not going to get much more in this. This is May, June. Is it May? Yeah, May, June, July, and possibly August. So we'll see. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed, and as I said, all the layouts are all on Instagram on Scrapbook My Travels, but I will be back soon, I'm sure, with a few flip throughs and a few craft tools. But thank you, bye.